the issues in the recent, month or so. Chiefs obviously basically completely changing their roster before this event, and then Tainted Minds, they've had the upset of not performing as well as they wanted to at Dallas. They're coming back here without Dens, of course, but they definitely have put on a good performance against Validate. But then again, this Chiefs team, they've got a lot of skill up their hands. So let's get it kicking, ladies and gentlemen. Chiefs versus Tainted Minds. Retaliation hardpoint going to be the name of the game to start things off here. And already we're seeing some nades coming out. Scrism's going to be the one taking a death for that first one. A killer by a triple kill with the car bomb. Borderline optic car right there. That was. I don't even know, mate. That was just too easy.
Pretty much exactly what you said in the pre-game. The nades coming through, especially on that first hard point, there's a lot of cars that blow up. You can see kill and make easy meal on Tainted Minds here. And this is going to be the test to see where Tainted Minds can get back in this game, because as I said, Chiefs, they're looking good with the goods early on. And, Tainted Minds, they slack off the points nice and early. I think the Chiefs can definitely walk away with this one.
Well, right now, he's got killer play. He's on a 6 kill streak to start things off. 6-0, definitely a very good hot start for him. And Scrism, he's trying to get a piece of the pie with 2 of his own. So, good start from the Chiefs players. As you said, they're really not letting up the pressure, and Tainted Minds haven't been able to get that many points on the board just as of yet. But Zeus is bouncing through this top patio control. He's already got a kill. Can he find the second? He does. Slides in there. Too easy almost, and he's just going to help his teammate out if he can. He's going to keep getting contested. Tainted Minds, though, they've got complete control over those top market spawns, and Chiefs, they're trying to push out. They've got a couple of kills here, but Tainted Minds still have control and aren't letting it in.
Yeah, they definitely heating up for Tainted Minds. 7-3 at the moment, locking it down, and the easiest one is going to get them team back in the game. But as I say, that Chiefs are playing relatively well right now. They're giving a lot of, they're getting a lot of time here. Seconds already, for the first 2 hard points. They're playing really well right now. But Tainted Minds, they're definitely running the count out nice and early. As you can see, rotation right now. Chiefs, 3-piece right there in the kill feed. So now, very, very good rotation from them. But somehow Tainted Minds have spawned relatively close to the bridge and have managed to rotate. So now
it's going to be up to them to try and get that top market spawn again for this Cathedral hardpoint, which we're about to go into. And funnily enough, Scrism's first 5 kills were actually a 5-kill streak, so the man is definitely hitting up as well. He didn't play that well in the first hardpoint against SYF, but he's doing some work here. And Killer Pie with another triple piece. 3-piece, triple kill. Doesn't matter which way you say it. I mixed them up, but who cares? Because that was freaking huge with the Trinity Rocket.
Yeah, Killer Pie going absolutely ham right now. 10-4, 3-kill streak. Doing a lot in the squad right now. And he continues that kind of form with the players like Swifty and Dean, putting numbers as well. Definitely see them being hard files to beat. See Zeus right now. That's that. And finally, they do manage to make the break. But even if they do manage to get the remainder of this scrap time, they're still going to be down by a pretty hefty deficit going into Broken. They have to make sure that the retake is pretty much on point going into this next Broken hard point.
And we'll be looking at the Tainted Minds scoreboard. They're 3 players with only 2 kills apiece, but it's not really been that easy for them to get the kills when Zeus is doing as well as he is. Contesting Killer Pie for the best in the lobby right now, 11 for 7, but I mean, when you're playing that well individually, that doesn't necessarily help your team. And as you can see here, Tainted Minds have only got 33 points. They don't have control over these spawns going into Broken, but as I say that, Zeus does find that crucial kill there, as well as his teammate and Nimble finding Killer Pie. So now, Zeus and his team, they'll be able to get control of these spawns. Chiefs, they'll be down on lower street, and for 40-odd seconds, they might be able to rack up some very nice time here. Now you look at the minimap, and Chiefs, they're spawning out in Graveyard all the way over there. You'll be able to set up some players to watch over that laneway, and that's going to be Nimble as far as I'm aware, trying to get some kills. He's found one, Setsy's helping out with the second, and Nimble won't be able to find the third, but Zeus has still consistently been on this hard point, and they've racked up a fair amount of points on him.
Yeah, definitely got back in this game now, going into the hallway hard point. Very, very scrappy. We'll see a lot of occasions happening there. So pretty much anyone's game, and anyone who's happy on that can definitely get back in this game. But right now, Cheese somehow holding on. Killer Pie going huge. He's had a huge series so far. Right now, he's 14-8. Again, another 3-kill streak. He's been a different player right now. It seems to be making pretty much all the kills that the Chiefs need to make to get back in there, or stay ahead, of course, in front of TM. But I wouldn't count them out yet. As I said, this is a very test-heavy hard point. Will make a huge kill on Nimble, but for the most part, Chiefs pretty much in commanding position this entire hard point.
They're doing very, very well, as you mentioned. 124-80 is the scoreline here. Killer Pie with 15-8. He already has his rig available, his payload there, ready to use. Scrism though, on a 2-kill streak, trying to stay alive here. Sees one play just within the window, and he somehow, even with that pre-fire, finds the kill. Runs out of ammo there. He's sprinting around the pole, and he's able to find that one too for a 4-kill streak. Picks up another weapon, but he's got to watch his back here. 2 players might contest, and he'll find a 5th. This man is on a bloody mission. He's about to get his Trinity rocket. Needs 2 kills away from it. Make that one here, and Chiefs have complete control over the hotel hallway and the bridge going into this next hill. They're waiting for Tainted Minds to start pushing, but Zeus, he's got a couple of nice kills with grenades on this hard point in the first rotation. We'll see if he can't replicate that. Killapai, he's going to be going down there. Swifty, once again with those 2 pieces I was talking about. And Scrism continuing on his 6-kill streak. Dean trying to get a piece of the pie with 3 of his own. And Tainted Minds are completely locked out, now down by double their score. Yeah,
Damage really struggling right now. 5 and 14, can't seem to get a foothold, especially Setsy as well. 7 and 14, just need to somehow get in here, but now the Chiefs doing a really good job of shutting them down. They're up by 100 points. You can't really see Tainted Minds getting back in this with the way Dean is both playing, as well as Killapai. They're all doing a lot of work. Where he needs to start stepping up. Or he just hasn't managed to finish that kill, and I thought maybe he made that one little bit but not until Killapai or somehow Nimble makes that kill. Gives his team somewhat sort of a salvation towards this hard point, but right now Chiefs in a pretty prime position to take this hard point.
Zeus, the only one really performing for Tainted Minds right now, and we said, you know, with Den's out of the picture, he can really let fly, and he's doing just that, but he can't do it alone. Nimble, he's trying to help out with 14 of his own, but when you've got Killapai going as mad as he is, and he's still got those Scorchers to use, you've got basically no hope of getting into this hard point right now. They are so close to winning, only 40 points away here for the Chiefs to take the first map, and if they did it, they're able to lock out the Tainted Mind squad on this hard point. 30 seconds remaining on the lower street, and they can win it here, and that would be a 100-point club. A very big statement for this Chiefs team, saying, you know what, we may have not shown the results online, but here at LAN, we are going to compete with the best in the country, and they're doing just that. Tainted Minds, they keep spawning out of Broken, and going into the next hard point, you've got complete control for Chiefs. They're going to be able to get the straight rotations, and they're going to be able to get the first points on the board, and they might only need 1 or 2 to be able to take the victory.
Yeah, Tainted Minds haven't played a perfect hardpoint game now to even have a shot to get back in this game, but it doesn't seem that's going to be the case. Chiefs have already rotated. Scrism makes a huge first blood. New hardpoint, even a second as well. Might even make a third, or I thought he might even make a third there, but right now Chiefs pretty much played this 5 times. Pretty much win the game no matter what happens. I can't see the team getting in back in this one, but
no, that's all right. You know, it happens sometimes. We have to have a bit of a cough, but you know, there's only 2 points remaining for Chiefs to be able to take this one. As you mentioned, Tainted Minds want it. They have to play perfect hardpoint. They have to shut down any sort of movement from this opposition team. You see number 8 on your minimap. That's Setsy spawning all the way out of Broken, as well as his teammates. Chiefs have broken in, and that should be game if Nimble can't do anything about it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Chiefs taking the victory, 250 to 116. And you know what? I'm actually pleased that that's the scoreline, because Tainted Minds was so close to getting 100-point club there. That would have been a bit demoralizing.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that would have been, as I said, we said this is going to be the true test for Tainted Minds to see if they could actually hang, but from what we've seen so far, it doesn't seem that's going to be the case. We thought that Setsy might have been the field that would be all right for them, but so far, like, they did manage to handle Validate, but that was an easy game for them. Now they've played a decent team that's actually won a game already. You can see the cracks coming through, and it seems as though Damage and both Setsy and Damage couldn't get in the foothold in that game. No,
absolutely. You looked at the scoreboard there, and they weren't really showing much form from it, and it's disappointing because Damage, he is a full-time player on that roster. That is, it should be his home turf to be able to get a few kills on, a few more kills than he did, and you sort of expect a fill-in coming into any team. They're never going to perform as well as your main player, even if that player is the worst player on your team.
Yeah.
You can't expect a fill-in to perform as well just because you don't have the chemistry. You can't work through those set strats. So it's definitely going to be difficult in any sort of fill-in situation. But as much as he showed, his worth in the first series, I'm sort of starting to, as you said, the cracks starting to show, and I don't know if Setsy's necessarily going to be able to hang with Zeus and Nimble.
I think we said in the hard point, we may not even know. I'm not sure how the map goes out, but my best map might be retail hard point. So we've got to take that consideration.
Yeah.
Now we're coming into S&D now. I think this is going to be this is going to be the go-to, because Setsi could definitely fill the holes here, because as I said, I know he's a very, very strong S&D player, and I know that the other 3 guys for the TM are also strong. So we also seen earlier today, Chiefs aren't that strong in S&D. They did manage to get lucky in the last series, 6-4 against Sif, but again, that's why I've said they were playing poor. So it's going to be, again, a true test right now, and if they can manage to get this on the board, I think they come in strong for the uplink, and they can probably get back in the series.
Well, I'd like to see them do that, and as you said, Chiefs, when we were talking to them yesterday, they were saying, you know, S&D is probably our weakest game mode. And of course, it takes time to develop the strats and you know, the plays and stuff that you want to do. And they haven't been a team for that long, but still, they've got very talented players that if you can find the kills no matter what, you'll be able to win. One of the interesting things, though, about Tainted Minds throughout the whole season of CGPL, they haven't really planted the bomb that many times. I think every single play... No, I think it was Dens actually had the most plants per game with 1.
Yeah.
And they seem to be, if they are winning, they're winning off finding the kills.
Yeah, because as I said, like we noticed in the first series that we watched on main stage today that, you know, Validate and TM earlier today. If you see the Validate lineup, the way they were playing it was they were trying to go for the quick plants, and then they had no control. But TM played the complete opposite. They go towards the bomb site, make sure it's clear, and then push it out, make sure that everything's good to go. Maybe even make a first blood, maybe even 2, and then they plant the bomb. That way they have the control already, and they can lock down the round. So the plan isn't necessarily too important. If you're getting towards the bomb site and locking it down, you can pretty much lock down every round.
Well, we're expecting to see that sort of stuff from Tainted Minds. They are a very experienced squad together, of course, and you know, it's you'd have to say across the years that we've seen some of these guys, you know, players like Damage, they have been S&D gods in the past. They still have, of course, a lot of that carried over to these newer games. But it can be, of course, hard sometimes to find your footing in a game that might not necessarily suit your playstyle. And with Damage in particular, a lot of people have commented on the fact that, you know, he doesn't necessarily play as well as he did back in Ghost, because he's used to being a statue, sticking down, holding down a lane and stopping anyone from pushing. Now, when there's people, you know, obviously using the jetpacks to be able to fly above and beyond, it does make it difficult. You have to not just watch the lane, but you have to watch the air of the cuts that anyone can just come and jump in front of you.
Yeah, it makes the game a lot more random. I think, you know, especially S&D. S&D is a game mode where if in previous CoDs, if you can lock something down because it's only 3 lanes, you only have to watch a certain amount of spots. But now, because the jetpacks are in the game, there's so many more random spots you can go. There's people flying through the air. There's people sliding on the ground. They're running through. There's just unlimited amount of lanes in this game, so it makes for much more random S&D, and just some teams just can't handle it. But I think, you know, Tainted Minds have always been, you know, a very good, strong S&D team, and I think it doesn't matter what Call of Duty, they're always still going to be there.
Well, I believe so as well, and we will be heading into a Scorch, Search and Destroy this time around. First time we've seen it all event long, and an interesting fact about it, for those of you at home, the official Call of Duty team have decided that the Call of Duty World League, at least, have decided to take it out of the rotation and replace it with Breakout Search and Destroy, coming up around the time of the Insomnia event in Birmingham, England. The Citadel Birmingham coming up next month, I believe, or later this month.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure.
Later
this month. So we are still playing it here because it was only announced a couple of days ago, but the players, they're definitely going to be saying goodbye to it and have to start scrimming on the new map. So that's going to be interesting looking forward, especially at events in the future, the second split of the CGPL as well, seeing how that plays into things. But of course, we are still going to be using it here at this event, and we'll see how these players sort of react to that. And I know a lot of players actually like this map.
Yeah.
Scorch, Search and Destroy. It is a very I think consistent map out of all the Search and Destroys. I think it's a very consistent map, and you know, most players, I think would say that it's quite easy to understand, you know, and read your opponent on this map as opposed to some of the others.
Yeah, most definitely. I think Scorch is a very, I wouldn't say balanced map, but, you know, as I said, consistent. I think it'll be a very consistent map. And it's going to be very interesting to see also, because this is going to be the last time that any of these players play this map again. They're not going to use it for future events. So maybe we might see something back pocket, you know what I mean? Like there's always players that keep stuff, you know, to the chest and make sure that, you know, when they come to a huge event, like maybe even a qual or something, they've got something, you know, stashed on their sleeve. But, you know, if this map's not getting played again, why not use it? So they might even throw it out in this series, especially if you're behind, like right now, if TM, they're behind right now, so they need to get back in this series if they don't want to get eliminated. Well, they go down to obviously the losers bracket, but they might throw something out there that we haven't even seen yet, and I'm very interested to see how that works out.
Well, they definitely could. I agree with you. If anyone's likely to do that, it would be TM because, you know, they've obviously got their core three. They've been together since the start of the game pretty much. Even beforehand, I think they were together towards the end of Black Ops 3 for the most part, except for Dens when he made the move from Mindfreak. So this squad, they've got, you know, they've got that history that they've had time to practice with this map. And you know, this is a squad, you know, that they play against some of the best teams in the world when they travel overseas in Dallas and whatnot, and we apologise for the map being incorrect. We'll get that sorted as soon as possible for you. But we definitely, I definitely feel that Tainted Minds is the sort of squad that would have a lot of back pocket sort of strats that they've been planning to bring out at these big events, and now that it has been announced that the maps will be changing, I feel like they're the sort of squad that for an event like this to get a leg up on a team like Chiefs that just smashed them in that hard point, I feel like it's likely they will bring something out.
Yeah, most definitely. I think. Yeah, I think there's got to be something. Surely we haven't seen yet. Like,
yeah,
I know players like they love to grind, and I'm sure there's some sort of spot I haven't seen yet that you always see new innovations, new strats that come through every week. And, you know, the amount of time you put into the game, I can definitely see that coming out. And if I do see something, I'm going to be loving life because I want to see something crazy. I want to see someone just pull out some sort of, like, standing on a wall or something. And I just want to see it because it'd be very interesting to see because, obviously, now that we're not going to play it again, you know, I personally like this map. I really like Scorch.
Yep.
And I'm really sad to actually see it go because I think it's, yeah, I honestly feel it's the best S&D map in this game. And, you know, we played, me and a few of the other boys that are playing this event, played a wager yesterday on Breakout S&D, and I don't feel it's a very, very good map. I don't think it's just way too, I don't know, defense heavy. I don't know how much consultation has gone into pro players and how they've gone to build the map, but I do not feel like it is a map of quality like Scorch. The only reason I see Scorch is getting obviously removed is because of the DC issues that we've had.
Well, definitely there have been some varying opinions on this change, and we'll have to see how that plays out in the future. But, of course, it seems like when any of these sorts of changes do happen in games, pro players tend to voice their opinion for a little bit, and then they just start, you know, this is the decision, we have to grind, and they'll get down to business. But for the meantime, we are on an old favourite here, Scorch, Search and Destroy. Of course, Chiefs are 1-0 up in the series after destroying Tainted Minds on that first hardpoint retaliation. But this time around, Tainted Minds are going to be the offensive team to start things off. Nimble, he's got the bomb, and there will be a trade to start this game. Swifty, he gets the two-piece once again. I talk about time and time again, always getting twos, but damage, he gets one of his own. So now it's going to be a 1v1, Dean and Zeus, and this could be interesting. Dean's found a kill, but he gets spotted out and tagged up by Zeus. He needs to run out of the way. But he does know where Bomb is, so he knows that Zeus has to come his direction if he wants to win this first round. Just going back and forth, a bit of ring around the rosy, trying to figure out where each other are. Dean, though, has given up the positioning of knowing where the Bomb is, but Zeus contests him, and that's going to be the first round. Look at Swifty, he's getting hyped.
That was a huge 1v1 right there for the momentum of both teams. Chiefs coming up on top, taking a huge run fight there. I thought Zeus might have been able to win that. Noticed that they were playing around the bomb. They thought it would have maybe clutched it out, but not the case. Dean somehow managed to pull away from that. So Chiefs, you know, we said the TM needed to win early on to get back in this series. The momentum right now is definitely in the favour of Chiefs. It seems as though they're starting to steamroll. If they can maybe string 1 or 2 more rounds, you know, we could be in for a quick 3-0 series because, you know, Chiefs are that kind of team where they've got skill, so it's not like they can't do that. So Killfire right now will be going towards this B bomb site, but the way Chiefs are playing right now, I think, yeah, they're definitely going to be the favourite team in this S&D.
I feel like they're this specific lineup, even in comparison to previous Chiefs lineups, they were very, I'd say, hype and momentum heavy team. If you can get them rolling, they will just steamroll you. A bit like, let's just use an example. The Virtus Pro in CSGO, they are a team that are known as the Virtus Plow because once they get the momentum rolling, they don't stop. So we'll see if they can get that going for them, but it is going to be a 2v4 favouring the Tainted Minds squad, and they have tagged up 2 of the players here. That's going to be the round. And I'm not sure whether or not there was even a single death on Tainted Minds. They did maybe find 1 kill, but in the end, it's going to be here, the man Damage finding both kills in the end there. And he started off very hot.
Yeah, which is very good from their Damage. has the mental capability to be like, oh, okay, well, I played bad the first map, it's going to clear it, come in hot for the second one, and that's exactly what's happened. He's gone 4-1 in S&D. We said if any player was going to turn up in this S&D, it was going to be damage.
Yeah.
He's been there before, he knows how to play it. And it seems as though he's started off really, really well, and if he can keep that going, Tainted going to be back in this series.
1-1 apiece here. Looks like the team squad are going to be pushing through mid most of it. Meanwhile, the Chief squad, they're all flanking around the bottom side of the map here. Off screen, we saw Dean take down Zeus. That was the player watching the flank. And we're going to get a second one from Strizzen, but there the nade goes out, almost gets a team kill, but now we're in a reverse situation where Chiefs are 4 players up and Tainted Minds only have the 2. And Tainted Minds also have to collect the bomb as well, so the Chiefs can set up, watch all the cuts, and not even allow these 2 players in. It's going to be Damage and Setsi, so Damage obviously starting off very hot. Setsi, he's going to get caught from behind. Damage as well by the looks of things. And that's going to be it. 2 rounds to Chief, 1 to Tainted Minds. Chiefs, a very good round from them. Very clinical, I'd have to say. Getting that player watching the flank and then being able to clean up one more just allowed them to set up shop, knowing where the bomb was, and just wait for Tainted Minds to make the push. That's all they had to do.
Yeah, from what I've seen from the mini-map early on in that map, it seems as though Tainted Minds are very, very hesitant to where they wanted to go. It seems as though they kind of like went towards the map and thought, you know, we're coming back now, and we're going to play the towards back cave, and it just seems as though no conviction of where they want to go. And, you know, you can't, in a game mode like this, you can't be hesitant. You have to go towards one site, play it, and pretty much lock it down, because there's no time for hesitating. You get caught out, and that's exactly what happened in that round. Jack just sitting towards the back of that map, managed to get an easy 2-beat for him, and put Chiefs 2-1 up in this map.
Well, so far no kills. The players are just darting around each other, 2 literally hugging either side of the wall. That's going to be Nimble and Swifty just almost on your screen. Yeah, Swifty pushes it though. Nimble's going to find the kill. Can he get the trade kill? No. He's going to get some help from Zeus and Setsi, and that's Chiefs. They're all gone. Not a single kill for not a single kill for Chiefs there.
Yeah, very convincing round there from TM. Nimble manages to make that first kill, and then Zeus helping him out with that scope as well. So that was a very nice shot there towards that wall run area. See right now, TM just staying in this game. It seems though rounds going, you know, alternating. Teams just winning their offense, or defense, sorry. And that's pretty much consistent from what we've seen, you know, throughout CGPL. Teams very consistent on their defenses and winning them, and you know, struggling on their offenses. But it's a team that can win the first offense that will get back in the game and pretty much take it. So
yeah,
if Tainted Minds can get this first one on the board, definitely help their cause, you know, getting back in the series. Right now on the drill, just gonna hide right now, just trying to see what he can play. I don't see anyone yet, but Zeus managed to get one with the scope. Going to be interesting to see if Nimble checks his ninja area. It is a very, very common spot, but to peek out is very, very dangerous, because obviously any players in bottom cops can see. We'll see one huge gunfight, and well played there from Nimble.
That was beautiful movement from Nimble. He spots him, gets out of the way, is able to come back and clean up that kill, leaving Swifty in a 1v3, but we've seen him win these, and we know that he has the skill. And of course, the 1v2 sort of, you know, double kill potential. Find the first one, slides out in front, can't find that one. I believe that was Nimble getting that final kill there. So Tainted Minds take the lead for the first time here. A good round from them in the end. The setup ended up, you know, the post-plant setup is quite well set up, and allowing those Chiefs players to just walk into their aims almost and clean up those kills there. So some good stuff overall from both sides in the search and destroy. I can't really, you know, fault anyone as of yet, but maybe except this man Killer Pie with 0 kills to his name. I just saw that as soon as we swapped over to him, I'm like, wait a second, he doesn't have a kill yet. And that could be playing a factor into why Tainted Minds has been allowed to get the lead.
Yeah, most definitely Killer Pie is struggling right now, but you know, I know what he's like. He can definitely get a kill on the board here. So we're going towards deck, and it looks like Chief very, very convincing towards the, you know, towards this observation deck area. A couple of gunfights going to come into play. One Killer Pie gets the first round, might get second here. He is traded out. 2v2 situation right now. If Tainted Minds win this, they can definitely run 3 in a row. They'll be looking confident, you know, to take this map. And I said earlier in this map that, you know, the first team to take the offense will pretty much win this map, and Tainted Minds, you know, won that. So now they can manage to string this defense as well. They'll be looking at a prime position to take this map, and you know, leading into an uplink, they'll be definitely confident, you know, taking the series against the Chiefs.
The likelihood is that they are going, the 2 Tainted Minds player left sets in damage are going to roam around the back towards the B bomb site. Meanwhile, Dean and Scrizzen, they've got the bomb down here at A, so they're just going to have to wait for the Tainted Minds players to push up. But Swifty sorry, Scrism, I should say. He's been on the flank. He spotted the players. As far as I know, he gets the first one. Now this is up to Setsi to react. He's going to be distracted by behind him, but he needs to go and think about the bomb. He's got 26 seconds to work with. Find the kill on the player near the bomb before it's too late, before you get flanked. But he's just going to spot him out. He can't get the kill there. That's going to be Scrism, I believe, getting both kills in that 2v2. A very nice job from him to be on the flank. It's a bit unorthodox, you know. Usually you'll see players stick together in these clutch situations, but he was able to find that kill there. So nicely done by him. And going into this round, you know, still Tainted Minds not able to string more than 2 together. Chiefs leveling the scoreboard 3-3.
Yeah, you will see players, you know, normally stick together in those situations, but at the same time, if you spread it out, you know, players are going to expect to get trade, and you're playing 2 different spots, and you can kind of catch players off guard. That's exactly what happened there. Jack roaming around the back lane to get one, and then also coming back down the bottom lab and to get the second as well. So Chiefs reply with the offense of their own. So now it's, you know, I said that, you know, Tainted Minds got that advantage, but now the Chiefs have equaled that. So now Chiefs in a prime position now to, you know, get back in this game. They've also made first blood in this round as well. So if you look right at the mini-map, Tainted Minds are already playing the bomb and everyone's playing retake. So still plenty of things right now for Tainted Minds to get the first set. Might even get a second there. Okay, damage does make 1. So now damage 2v2 situation. D does make 1. It's all on damage now to make sure he clutches this round.
Damage against Dean and Killerpie. And he's just going to be backing off by the looks of things, trying to see if there's any player watching from a distance. You know, that hallway, it's such a dangerous place to look down. You don't know what could be lying on the other end, but it looks like one's going to contest him here. He'll find the first. Second one watching the hallway as well, but I don't even know how he did that. 2 bullets. Killerpie finds that. Just enough time maybe to get the defuse, actually. I didn't see this, but I think he's got it. There we go. 1.5 seconds to spare. Perfect timing from Chiefs. They won 2 in a row as well.
Yeah, so unfortunate there for damage. Of course, he managed to snake that first play, and I thought, you know, that with the movement he was doing, he was going to get away. But unfortunately, Killerpie just lands the only 2 bullets he had to hit. Managed to get that one away. So, well played there from Killerpie. Does manage to break that round, and Chiefs do take the advantage now. So, huge round now coming up for Tainted Minds. They need to make sure they lock this one and stay in the hunt, because if they go, you know, 5-3, I think Chiefs will pretty much walk away with it from that point on. So, the scoreboard, it seems like Killerpie has finally managed to find his feet in this game. You know, he started off 0-4 and now he's 3-5, so he's somewhat 3-1 at the moment. So yeah, he's definitely finding his feet, and it seems as though, you know, if he's consistently playing well, then, you know, Chiefs have a shot. So he does manage to make first blood now, but Killerpie in a very, very dangerous position right now. Pretty much behind 3 or 4 players. We'll see one. He's not going to shoot just yet, which is smart from him. You just want to make sure that he locks in at least 1 or 2 kills. You know, not give up too much. Unfortunately, he tags him and then plays his positions. Now, Chiefs on the back foot.
2v3, favouring this Tainted Minds squad. Setsi and Nimble both have their payloads to work with as well, but I doubt they'll pull them out just yet. Maybe if it gets a little bit closer, tense are down towards that 10th, 11th round. They do find Killerpie though, screws him down to 1v3. He's done this before, but can he do it again? He's going to get contested by 2 players. Fumble words a little bit there, but he was in a sticky situation. And that is going to be 4-4. A very nicely executed hold by this Tainted Minds squad. They win yet another offensive round this time. Oh, sorry, defensive round. And level the pegging once again. It's getting pretty tense. I was, you know, with the momentum, I was talking about the Chiefs usually follow that momentum, but I don't know what's happened. Tainted Minds just proving their experience together as a squad is a bit too much for the Chiefs team, and as we said, Damage and Nimble, very good S&D players, especially Damage, and you know what he's able to do. Get another 2Bs here. Killerpie answers back though to level it up almost in the 1v3. Falls there. Tainted Minds now on map point.
Yeah, a very aggressive round there from Tainted Minds. We've seen, as I said, they're the kind of rounds you need to be playing. Them nice, convincing rounds. They decide to go one area and see that they catch players off guard. And that's exactly what happened. They managed to get 3 early kills. Pretty much left Killerpie in a 1v3 situation, and he managed to get 1, but nothing else. And Tainted Minds now looking like resilient. Managed to stand strong, and they will get back in this series, I think. And personally, I want to see around 11, because that's just the kind of person I am. I like to see the clutch factors, but you know, from right now, from the point of view, it seems like Tainted Minds might.
Well, you say that, but they go 2 down to start this round off already. Chiefs able to find those 2 kills. Swifty with the bomb might take it towards the B bomb side. If they do that, they will potentially be able to get in behind number 3, which is Zeus. He's getting contested already. He drops. So it's now 1v4 Setzy. I can't imagine him getting these kills. I just don't see it happening. He's going to get contested by 1, that's Dean, but then shot in the back, and round 11, here we go.
Round 11, boy, I'm all about it. This is going to be very, very good. I can't wait to see this one because I think it's going to be a very, very aggressive round for both teams. I think no one's going to kind of play passive this one. You know, you would normally see that.
Guns,
yeah, I think you would normally see a very passive round for both teams in round 11, but I think this might be one where both teams just go, you know, balls to the wall and just go in for the site. Very interesting to see how, you know, Nimble. He's the man to watch. He has that camo. Look at the utility for both teams right now. So much to use, so many payloads, and pretty much making this round anyone's game. There's so much to use, and anyone can pretty much go big at any time. Well,
Dean, he's going to drop his Centurion just outside the B bomb site, waiting for those Tainted Minds players to decide what they're going to do. You said you were thinking it might be an aggressive round. It's being everything but. Tainted Minds, they're going to make this 4-man push towards B here. They're going to come in contact with 3 players and an easy rotation from Swifty, who does have his specialist to use. But here we go, the camo from Nimble. He finds one, but Dean's going to clean him up. So a good trade there in favour of Chiefs to be able to get that 2nd kill. Swifty, he's going to come around, find another one, gets off there. Swifty, though, he did find a 2nd kill. So it's now 1v1, oh sorry, 1v2 there. And Tainted Minds, they're going to take, Chiefs, rather, are going to take this 2nd map as well. After we see here, Setzy, he's going to fall right at the end there. Had very little health to work with as it was. And I mean, what can you do in those sorts of situations? The hold there from the Chiefs at the end, that I don't know if that was one of them out of pocket, you know, strats for the defensive side, but that was just really good to stop that 4-man push.
Yeah, I thought Nimble opening up the count, you know, towards that observation deck was a good start to the round. But then Swifty replied with a camo of his own and managed to make a huge 2-piece there, and it pretty much locked that round in for the Chiefs. And you know, for Tainted Minds right now, they got stomped in the first half point, and then to come so agonizingly close to taking the map 2 and then losing it to Chiefs now, the confidence must be shot. And coming into an uplink, a respawn game mode, Chiefs should be pretty much walking away with this one. You'd
think so. After we saw that first respawn in the hard point was, God, it was a blowout. It was a huge win for the Chiefs. And you know, thinking about it in terms of these 3 core players of the TM roster that are at this event, could this further, you know, put doubts in their mind if they can't even manage against the team that just formed?
I mean, I think this kind of event, you know, playing with a feel, there's always going to be that it's okay. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, a player of Setsy's quality is, I mean, he's good, don't get me wrong, but he's no dense. You know what I mean? So coming into a full strength squad, I think they'll be, you know, back to how they were, pretty dominant, and, you know, competing with MF. You know, they're the team to beat, and, you know, TM are the ones, you know, they're the ones who can do it. And I think, as I said, coming in with a feel for this event, I don't think they'll take it too much to heart. But at the same time, the 3 that are playing need to be consistent. They need to make sure if they are going to lose, that it's the Phil that's the one that's doing it, because obviously he's got a reason to do it. You know, there's no reason for the other players to be playing bad.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye on Setzy because he's had some good and some bad performances so far in his 2 series. And we'll be loading up into, I believe, a Frost uplink next, which is, once again, another first. We haven't seen that today as of yet. And you know what, I'll tell you one thing though, TM will be missing Dens on this map because this is his playground. He loves getting in the spawns of the opposition, just tearing you up and just ripping you apart piece by piece with an ERAD. So if Setzy can perform something like that, maybe even Zeus bring it out. I've seen him bring out a ERAD in the past. We'll see if that can't happen, but I mean, yeah, I have to agree with your original sentiment that Chiefs should take this one with a relative ease.
Yeah, I think Setzy definitely needs to run ERAD, and I think Nimble needs to run it as well. I think the 2 ERAD meta on this map especially is very, very vital, because if you do manage to make them early kills and get in towards that crates area as well as the back helipad, you do a lot of damage. You can spawn trap, and especially if you get, you know, damage towards that, or even Zeus towards that crate area and watching the red overextend, you can do a lot of damage and you can put a lot of points in the board. So if Tainted Minds manage to, like, you know, get early points in, they'll be back in time. But you know, for the most part, Chiefs have been pretty consistent at the end, and I really can't see Tainted Minds getting back in this.
Right now, we've got a 3 down there for Chiefs. So Sets is going to pick up the drone here, and this is one of the things that I'd like to see him do, is contribute to the overall objective in these games that they play today. Setsy, one player around the corner. Nimble does get a background 2-piece, so that's huge for TM. They're able to get the drone, push up even further, and maybe get a 1 point off. They do to start things off here. And that is going to be a great start for Tainted Minds. That's what they needed.
Yeah, most definitely. First bonus on the board and up against the board. Thought Zeus was going to get huge 2 beats there, but he doesn't manage to shut it down. Scrism will get one of his own as well. So, right now, Chiefs in no case position. They have managed to let 1 point in, but I'm sure that won't stunt their performance right now. You see Kigabyte taking it towards the spaceship area, pushing it towards his crates, and I think a 1 point play should come in as someone to go huge here, but not the case. Chiefs do manage to get their points on the board, and it's back to level pegging.
But they do get the 4 piece there, the TM, just after they get that 1 point off to be able to push up the map and have room to do so without contention. I think Setzy got a 2 piece as well as Zeus. So good, I guess, all round shutting down of any potential relay there. TM squad. Damage though, yet to frag in this game. Swifty and Co, they're just trying to push the drone up the map a little bit, not really trying to carry it with them, but some very important gunfights in the flanks could, if they win them, could definitely set them up to get the drone rolling, and they do just that in the middle of the map. No more players who contest except for Zeus comes out of nowhere, finds that kill, Dean goes down too, and now it's back in Tainted Minds' control. Nimble's going to pick it up in the middle of the map, take it down the glass wall run. We'll see if they can't go for a 1 point play here. I can just imagine that throw is something I would miss and throw it out of the map.
Yeah, that's probably me as well. I'm not the one that usually picks up the drone because I am pretty horrible with my teammates and let them deal with it, and I'll just play my game. But they managed to do it over there. So right now, pretty even. I feel no one really edging this game out, but for the most part, Chiefs are going towards the good side. I would say that spaceship playing towards the back helipad area is definitely more preferred than going towards the ice, but at the same time, we've seen it throughout CGPL, we say that it's a favourite side, but then for some reason, right now it seems pretty level pegging, but I think Cheese might be just edging it out a little bit. It seems as though they're making more of the engagements that need to be making and have more control. And as I say that, I thought they were going to get the drone away. Dean, the 1-1 has to be 1 play. He might just slide this one out and try and get a 1 point. He decides to throw the ball out and play the engagement instead.
Nimble going to push up. Potentially contest the 3 Chief players who are just waiting for him, saying, come in, Nimble. We'll share a piece of the drone if you want, but in fact he's able to get in and out with his life and gets the kill on top of that. So Nimble, a very sneaky play there, working out his favour, and he'll get another one, or rather, I should say that Setzy gets that one in the middle of the map, not able to get shut down by the team or by that Chiefs player. They throw the drone out a little bit closer towards the Chiefs base here, and this is where TM can start to set up. They can push up, find that last kill that they need to on Kigabyte, which they do. And the only person right now who can stop it is going to be Dean and Swifty. And they need to do it quickly because here we go. Nimble, he's got the drone in hand. He's going to go for the throw and he makes it count. A 2-1 lead to Tainted Minds. A very low-scoring game. But you can see just by looking at the minimap the progression that the teams have to make every time they want to go for a play. They might get a couple of kills, maybe even 3 kills, but they still need to get a little bit further with the drone, and then all of a sudden the opposition team has been respawned once again to be able to stop that from happening. And here we go. Oh, missed throw there, but he goes for it again. Gets it midair, throws it again, and that's going to be a 2-point lead here for Tainted Minds before half time. Might even get it further because there's still 40 seconds left here. So Chiefs, they've gone with 2 unanswered points, I should say. And Tainted Minds have stepped up the game a little bit.
Yeah, they are managing to get the points here and there. Also because of Nimble and Zeus, they're offering up a lot of kills right now, and they're the boat that, as I said, they're the 2 ERAD players right now. It's interesting to note that Setzy isn't running an ERAD, and rather Renee is running it. I would rather see Renee run an ERAD and have Setzy run the ERAD, but it's not the case. It seems to be working though. So Zeus managed to get a huge 2-piece there and offer up the a bit of mid-map control, but 6 seconds to go, not really much to happen.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with your previous statement about, the supposed bad side, the ice side of the map being the least preferred, and teams just for some reason doing well on that side of the map better than they do on the so-called preferred side. So we'll have to see if that's what's going to happen for the Chiefs, because TM got their 3 points off in what is a very low-scoring, passive game so far. We'll see if Chiefs can do the same on the opposite side. Damage and Co, they're going to be setting up ready to get this one kicked off in the second half of Uplink here, and potentially the last map of the series, depending on how Chiefs play this one. All they need are 2 2-point plays to get back in front here, but Tainted Minds are going to find the first 3 kills, so they're able to push it up, and the 4th. Damage with another 2-piece. This man is starting to heat up quite significantly. Gets shot in the back there. Throw goes out. It gets rejected and intercepted. And that is a good defensive stop by Chiefs, but definitely they didn't want to get or allow Tainted Minds to get that far up the map. Yeah,
I think it would have been just better for TM right there to throw the ball towards cargo area. As I said, we've been seeing it time and time again. The players getting a bit too overzealous. They did manage to make a 4-piece, but at the same time, you've got to take into consideration the amount of respawn time. Just throwing the ball out, drone made a few kills, and then just walked it in. That would have been a better opportunity for them, but instead they opted to go fast, try and get a 1-point play, and it is intercepted, and they lose all map control. So not a wise decision for TM, but at the same time, they're up by 2 points right now, so we can't really fault too much. But if that comes back to bite, I'm not sure they won't be too happy.
Damage and CoD, they're pushing up the map once again, getting another 4-piece, and here we go, potentially get a 2-point play. They find the final kill. There we go. That is going to now increase the lead to a two possession game, 4 points. So you need two 2-point plays from Chiefs to be able to level it up, even for overtime. Dean, though, he's going to help his teammates find those kills and grab another one. Or grab the drone, I should say. They're pushing it up the map, Scrism. It's now round about the middle. And now there's only a couple players that we need to find from Tainted Minds if Chiefs wants to get a 2-point play in here. They've been able to get Zeus down, but he respawns quite quickly. Nimble and Damage as well. But here we go. They can go for the pass. I don't know what's just happened right there, but I don't even know where the drone's gone. I think it's still on the ground. There's Swifty versus Zeus. Swifty can find this kill, but the drone gets thrown out. Unfortunate for Jim. He's going to fall as well, and Chiefs, so unfortunate. So close to making that happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the pass. It just seemed to go into another zone there, but it does manage to go reset. And unfortunate for Chiefs, they don't manage to get any sort of points for that. It's very promising from their position. It pretty much come down to a 1v1 to win the gunfight. Just not quick enough. Managed to get reset. Right now, Tainted Minds on the front foot, and then in a prime position right now. Only kill by to deal with. One has spawned up. Probably get a 1-point play here. We'll manage to get that. And now it's gone to a 5-point game. So right now, Chiefs need 3 uplinks at least, at the very least, to get into this game. And right now, just with how TM is playing and the amount of map control they've got, I just can't see him getting back in this one.
Right now, no, it doesn't seem that way. Scrism and Dean not really able to do much. Zeus, he's playing out of his mind right now. 2-piece after 2-piece. 23 kills for 23 deaths. He's trying to help his teammates push up the map, get some more kills. Kill by Swifty, though. They're going to be getting 3, make that 4. 3-piece from Swifty. And a triple, oh sorry, I should say a 3-kill streak as well. And he's going to pop active camo, get this drone in potentially. There we go, 2-point play. Still alive, finally gets shut down, but he did get a kill on top of that. So he should have some score streaks to work with, which is good for his squad. They're going to need it, but we're back to a 2-possession game. We need 3 points to tie it up at least. If they can get 2-point plays, then they might be able to get back into this game. But as I say that, the Chiefs, they spawn out. That throw goes through, the uplink as well, and now we're back to 4-point deficit.
Yeah, with a minute and a half to go. It's getting very dire right now for Chiefs. They did manage to get some sort of, I thought they might manage to get back in it after the active camo play, make it a 3-point game, and make it a lot of kills somehow. Tainted Minds just managed to put 4 pieces together. We'll get full map control and they take the points as well. So right now, the time is going down. It's just getting, rather get to the point now where Chiefs really can't get back in this game, and going into the next hard point, it seems so. Tainted Minds might find a bit of rhythm, and we could be on a game on our hands.
Well, I definitely hope so. We don't really like the 3-0s here in the Call of Duty casting scene. We like to see the full potential of both squads and how they match up once against each other. But Stiggin and CoD, they're trying to push up in the bottom middle of the map. But it seems like Nimble, he says no. He's like, oh, guys, sorry, this is my turf. You can't be here. I'm going to stop every single one of you from trying to push in. And that's exactly what he's doing. Damage tries to help out there. Killaby did get a 3-piece, so that was very influential in terms of getting some map control, but then they lose drone control, and now that is where Tainted Minds are set up. They've pushed up, they've found 3 kills, and now they can set up towards getting a potential another 1-point play at least. But it seems like that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Tainted Minds, they're going to bring this one back a little bit. Just a little bit. One map at a time. Start with a reverse sweep in their mind. I'm sure that's what they want.
I mean, if I see a reverse sweep on there, I'm pretty happy about that, especially this kind of series. It's been a great watch. But yeah, Tainted Minds finally did manage to get a map on the board, and I think that might be the bit of an icebreaker, I think, for the series. I think how the hard point panned out. They pretty much got stomped, and then to lose this last round. thought the confidence might be shot, but it seems they've got a second wind, and it seems as though now they've got themselves back in it. And if they can somewhat keep the hardpoint, momentum going, they could definitely get back in the series and take to game 5.
Well, I definitely have to agree with you there, but of course we do have to think about how much they were beaten in that hardpoint. In Chiefs, they decimated that whole map, and it looks like we'll be going to a breakout hardpoint this time around. So, a very interesting map in the way that it's either, it's usually one or two variables. It's either it's close until about 50 to 100 points, and then one team pulls away, or it's close the entire way through. And this is one of those maps where I feel like all of the hardpoints except for the middle of the map are pretty much money hills. You can hold them down for upwards of 50 seconds if you've got the right setup.
Yeah, most definitely. It's so rotation heavy, this map, going towards that jail hardpoint and then going back to drill and then also towards that turbine. If you can win your rotations and wave clear a lot, you can stack so much time. We've seen it so many times throughout CGPL, teams putting on 150 unanswered points, and as you said, getting towards like a 250-50, 250-100 results consistently. But if not, it goes right down to the wire. You see like a 250-240. You never see like a 250-170. You rarely see that because it's just so momentum based. Yeah,
I'd have to agree with you there. And when you think about momentum, Tainted Minds, they didn't really get as hyped after that win as I thought they would have. But I feel like the reason for that is they're all cool and they're calm and they're ready to just start the next one. Compose themselves, get ready for it. And I can't necessarily say that's... I feel like that might actually hinder them in terms of the momentum. If you are hyped up, ready to go, you get into it and you start building that momentum even further, potentially that could be, the key to success for them. But then again, Chiefs, we saw the momentum that they got on the first hardpoint, and that was deadly for Tainted Minds. They could not combat it.
Yeah, I think there's two different ways you can play with hype. So there's players that play purely off that. If they get the hype, then they start steamrolling, and they're really hard to beat. But then there's teams that the same teams, obviously, if you get hype, if you're losing, you ain't got that hype. You play poorly. So it's kind of beneficial to not play with that hype because you're staying calm the entire time. You're always playing with a clear head, and you're not worried about that. So I think Tainted Minds are in the right kind of frame of mind right now. They have won the map, and they'll be feeling confident now, and they're not letting the hype get to them and determining how the game's going to play out.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to head into map number 4. Chiefs versus Tainted Minds. Chiefs up 2-1 in the series. Tainted Minds, they're trying to get this one back on and level pegging 2 apiece to then force that game 5 and the reverse sweep potential there. But we'll head into breakout here. And right now, we've got 2 players basically from each team going into mid and then also going towards showers. And the kills, they seem for the most part to be going in Chiefs' favour. They've still got 3 players alive, whereas TM only have 1 in the middle. Scrism, he's going to find that last one. And here's the Chiefs with the first few points on the board.
Yeah, Chiefs looking very hot right now. But as I said, this is one of the scrappy hard points. You don't really see too many teams getting, a lot of stack of time. They're just more so worried about the jail rotation. It seems like Tainted Minds might be the team to beat right now as they just get 2. They are controlling showers as well. It doesn't seem as though they have control of the new hard point as well. Have the rotation of the hard point, I should say. You can see players coming towards that cave area. They can make a few more kills. So Tainted Minds in a very tough, but very good position right now to stack them.
Here we go, Chiefs. They are still stacking up points, and there's 5 seconds left. Rotations are in effect for this Tainted Minds squad. I don't know if the Chiefs forgot where the rotations are, but they didn't have a player anywhere near the end of the map to be able to secure those spawns for the cell block hard points. So the rotation is in Tainted Minds' favour. They're able to start things ones off. Setzy, he's looking behind him, but there's not a single single Chiefs player anywhere near there. But as soon as I say that, one does spawn. It's going to be Scrism here. Just pushing in at this very moment. Can Setzy find this kill? He did onto Scrism, but Killerpie comes in and finds the last as well. So Tainted Minds, they're now spawning out, but with 30 seconds remaining, here's where this Chiefs squad could really start building a lead. They've got time, and this Tainted Minds squad, there's only 2 players that can contest it.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's 4 Tainted Minds. The player managed to get a God spawn towards the back of the map and allowed for a break to happen for the most part, though. Tainted Minds were in pretty much full control there. Pretty much locked it down, but that doesn't matter right now as we are going over to the drill hard point. And this is a huge key hard point right now. I would say much money built for this map. Obviously, Chiefs up by about 30 points going into rotation. Seems as though Tainted Minds going to much better position to take this and see damage. Prime sneaking in. They can manage to get a few kills here. Then we see him start steamrolling. Does seem he jumped over and unfortunately can't deal with that situation. Chiefs managed to take a retake situation.
Well, this is what happens when you pull two Chiefs either side of a damage. It doesn't work out for the damage. I don't know why. That wasn't like a reference to anything. It was just something I said. But Chiefs, they do get the break, as you said, and they're holding quite strongly now. They're building a bit of a lead. Tainted Minds, they jump back in. But is it enough here? 20 seconds remaining. You really got to be thinking about, for Tainted Minds, how many players are we going to send to try and get the rotations for the next hard point? Now, it looks like just the one is going to be Zeus pushing through the middle of the map. He might come in contact with Killaby, but he definitely will come in contact with Squizm here, who's just waiting for someone to use that wall run. He is waiting for them to contest him. Throws out that nade. It's not going to connect to anyone, but he does get the first few points on the board from this hard point. So as you can see, the scoreline 102 to 37. This is the sort of thing we're talking about. He gets a big two-piece there, and that's going to shut down the push from Tainted Minds. But you look at player 5, that's damage. He's now got control of the spawns for this hard point. So if any of the Chiefs players die, they're going to spawn out a little bit and not be able to jump back into the action as soon as possible. Two players there shooting each other, finding each other in the kill. Zeus is going to come in and try and flank the player. One left alive in Ninja. He's going to get shut down too. And that is going to be it for the Chiefs' hold of that hard point. Scarab there, going to find a little bit of information, but nothing too helpful as we look towards the next hard point.
Yeah, Tainted Minds right now are just in a tough spot. They need to make sure they're winning the next couple of hills. As I say, we've seen an off-screen 7-kill streak from Squizm. That's pretty much loaded him up for streaks as well, so I'm sure they'll come into play very, very shortly. And as I said right now, 125 and 65, Chiefs in a pretty commanding lead right now. They're up by about 60 points, and as I said, with them streaks coming into play, especially maybe towards, I assume, you know, being players that would use it towards a drill hard point, it's pretty much the most open hard point bar this map, or this hard point. So I'm sure they'll come into play very, very shortly, and they can string a lot of hard point time off them streaks. Chiefs in a prime position to take the map and take the series gone.
Right now, no one in complete control over the middle of the map. A few players here, a few players there, trying to figure out where each other are and contest. Damage, he's going to get dropped on the flank there, so the 3 remaining team players are going to be pushing in towards the middle of the map. Meanwhile, Chiefs, they're holding down the area of the map well, but it doesn't seem like they have too much control over the hard point itself, and in fact, they all go down. So now we're looking at potential rotations over towards cell block, and the Chiefs, they've got the spawns, so a perfect start for them going to the second rotation of hills.
Yeah, most definitely Tainted Minds right now. They're clinging on to this last couple of scrap points is somewhat staying in this game, but as we said, rotations on this map are very, very vital, and Zeus just managed to fall off the map as well. No idea what he's doing there. Scuff probably kicked in and jump point, but Squizm getting kicked towards the back of the map. Damage doesn't make that, but the trade is coming in, and Swifty's just turning up right now. He's the man to watch. Squizm's also 17 and 10, so between them to the 2 under 18 players on the scene. Back in the 18 market, they're heating up. They're the players to watch, and they're showing that with the hiatus that they've had, they're hungry and that they're coming to play.
Well, this is the thing about CyberGamer events, is it doesn't put a limit on the age, so even if they still were under 18, they would be able to play just like a couple of players on the Validate roster, but they have recently turned 18, so they're able to join a pro team and start playing back up at the standard they were before the rule came into place. Dean and Co, they've got control over here of these spawns, but is that necessarily the best option when they haven't got control over the rotation to Graveyard? We'll see how they do it. So Zeus, he's going to be the first one with points on the board. We've also got Nimble and Damage making their way around towards the top side of the map here, and Damage will find one, but Squizm, he takes him out with one of them Trinity Rockets. Chiefs, they get a little bit of awkward spawn, but they're able to come straight back in and break out that hard point. So continuing to pile on the pressure and the points here as they rack it up to almost 200. And I mean, if they keep Tainted Minds at 96, you could be looking at potentially 2 100-point clubs in a series.
Yeah, that'd be insane, making a very big statement against Tainted Minds. Whatever they say, that 4 kills come through. So right now, Chiefs looking pretty good to win this map. I can not honestly say that it'd be a very, it'd be a miracle right now for Tainted Minds to get back in this series. I've seen it happen though. We did see it in the season. Actually, we did see a pretty huge deficit comeback. I think it was about 240 to 80, and somehow they managed to come back and get in the game. So If we can see that again, I'll be pretty happy with that. But just the way Chiefs are playing right now, and Scrism and Swifty playing the way they are, I just definitely cannot see Tainted Minds getting back in this one.
Kigabyte is going to be racking up the points on the board. Less than 30 remaining for Chiefs to take the W here, and Nimbles used his active camo. I don't know whether he's on the map, on the hardpoint just yet. Turns out he is. The FTL jump though, he's going to escape there just in time. Nimble finds that kill here, and now no more 100-point club. They said, well, look, you can take us out, but you're not taking us out like that. You can send us down to the lower bracket, and we will smack SYF if we have to. But in the meantime, the Chiefs 10 points away. This is a very big statement on land to beat a team such as Tainted Minds. Yes, they don't have their potential, or probably who a lot of people would consider their best player in Dens, but they're still showing that they have what it takes to compete at the top level. Meanwhile, Chiefs with this new roster have made a statement that they are ready to play and, you know, potentially play at the best level in the Australian New Zealand scene.
Yeah, I think they just have so many players that can turn up at any moment. You know, we see it throughout the series. You know, Dean, Swifty, Scrism, even Kigabyte was at the start of the hard point, throwing huge amount of kills around, and you know, pretty much turning at a click of the finger. So it adds so much variety to their squad, because you can just you don't have to rely on one player to go huge. You know what I mean? We've seen it for the Validate squad. If Beeson wasn't going huge, then they struggled. But for this team, anyone can do it. So then it allows them to, you know, freely move around the map and have confidence in their team. And we've seen that 250, 100, pretty much 2 hard points, well, both hard points. That's pretty convincing, to be honest. Yeah,
Chiefs showing they've got a very good hardpoint game. They did say that their S&D is a little bit shaky, so that is, you know, one of the reasons that it was as close as it was. And of course, we did have that uplink that the Tainted Minds squad was able to win. So maybe, you know, there are things to work on. They definitely said that their S&D was their worst game mode. They definitely want to be looking at their uplink as well, especially on Frost. We're not sure if they're necessarily that confident on that map, but we will be seeing more of them later. They have progressed now into the grand final. We already have our first finalists. Meanwhile, Tainted Minds are being pushed down to the lower bracket, ladies and gentlemen, so they will be playing up against SYF coming up next. After this very quick commercial break, make sure you do not go anywhere because it's going to be a cracker.